Welcome all of you to Shine Acupuncture and Wellness, their grand opening. And we also want to officially welcome Shannon Caperton to the city of Medina, although I know you were working at another location and then it sounds like you decided to go out on your own. And
I've been on my own actually, yes.
Okay.
So I just was renting space there.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. And so we were talking before we came about Google and Bing, and we just got a little Mayor and I got a little lesson on some technology there about the addresses. But anyways, we do these ribbon cuttings jointly with the Medina Chamber of Commerce, and today we have with us Devin Diello from the Chamber, and then also Mike Warner is our current board president. So thank you guys so much for coming out. And then also jointly with Main Street Medina, we have Matt Wiederhold.
Good morning.
Our executive director. And we do the business ribbon cuttings jointly so that these are all the organizations that support the businesses and, you know, to officially welcome you. So, oh, I'm sorry.
She'll be in my pictures.
So we do have with us today some of our elected officials and our project team members. So at this time, I'd like to turn it over to Mayor Dennis Hanwell.
Thank you, Kimberly. So the reason that we do it with the Chamber and Main Street is we do everything collaboratively with the Chamber and Main Street. Everything that happens in the city, everything that promotes the city is done collaboratively with the three. We work very closely with the county. We work very closely with our state officials, and Representative Hambley is here. Generally, our Senate President Larry Obhoff would be here as well, and he sent a resolution from the Ohio Senate, which I'll read a portion of. But the advantage of having your local senator, the Senate President, is he's very helpful at getting things done. The disadvantage of having your local Senator, the President, is he's drawn to the other 87 counties as well as the county of Medina. So it's a good and a bad thing. But he's been very great for the city of Medina and will attend any of these that his schedule permits him to. And I apologize on his behalf that he's not here. And we're thankful for your investment in the city. And excuse me, we will support and help you in any way that we can. And Medina is a great place to do business, and we appreciate your investment. On behalf of the Senator, this is a resolution from the Ohio Senate, and I will read just a portion of it. Ventures such as Shine Acupuncture and Wellness ensure the continual growth and prosperity of our state. I look forward to the future achievements of this worthy enterprise. Thanks to the foresight and diligence of entrepreneurial healthcare practitioners, Ohio has been recognized as a state that supports the well-being of its residents and is in a positive place in which to live and work. Thus, it's with sincere satisfaction that I congratulate Shine Acupuncture and Wellness on its grand opening and offer best wishes for outstanding success in the years to come. And it's signed Senator Larry Obhoff, President of the Ohio Senate, and I present this to you today. Congratulations.
Suitable.
Very nice. Yeah.
Yes, very nice. My first proclamation.
Okay, and then next we would like to introduce State Representative Steve Hambley from the 69th District.
Thank you, thank you. As always, a pleasure, obviously, to work with the mayor and the city in promoting the local business. So far, there's a saying that good health and good sense are two of life's greatest treasures. And we have a business that actually emphasizes both, not only good health, but also the good sense to look at a number of alternatives, a way to promote one health. And I think it says a lot about the community, it says a lot about yourself, continue to make that investment here and providing that as an opportunity for people to be able to enhance their health. And indeed enjoy all the great quality of life that Medina offers. So I'm here personally, don't have a commendation because that way I just show it myself. But I just want to tell you, I'm just very, very, very proud to represent this district, as well as very glad to see you make this kind of investment here and provide those opportunities to those residents.
Thank you very much.
Well, thank you so much for being here. And Representative Hambley has been a big supporter of our ribbon cuttings and supporting the small businesses, and recently working with him on some legislation that will help us bring more small businesses to the community. So we thank you for all your efforts there. Next, I'd like to introduce Katie Simo. Katie is the regional liaison for our Secretary of State, John Husted.
Well, on behalf of Ohio Secretary of State John Husted, we're very excited that you decided to open a business in the state of Ohio, but also the city of Medina just is an amazing place to begin with, and they do ribbon cuttings like this for all the new businesses that are starting here, and it's a really great way to welcome everyone to the city. But you know, our office is the place for people to start their businesses in the state of Ohio, and so we also would like to just welcome you to the state and thank you for starting a business here. So on behalf of Ohio Secretary of State John Husted, congratulations.
Now you have two to free.
I know, this is lovely.
So, you know, we're from the government. We can't even have a party without paperwork.
I like it.
So before we move on, I'm always supposed to do things and I never do, so let me just step back. From the city as well is Barbara Nazura, who is the marketing manager for our economic development office. We have Dan Gladish is our building official, and also from our cable office with the movie camera documenting all this for you, and then you'll get a CD on that is here as well, and we appreciate that. And Bob's here from the Gazette. Bob doesn't work for the city, but Bob also doesn't usually start at 9 a.m. So we appreciate the Gazette flexing his time, or Bob doing it on his own so that he could be here and cover this for us. Much appreciated, Bob.
And I would just like to also thank Tracy Rose for being here today from Washington Properties. They own these beautiful spaces, and we appreciate you coming out to support the new businesses as well. So.
Hi, Doctor. How are you? Welcome. Dr. Creddy from downstairs. So Tracy and Mike own a great deal of property here, not only this complex, across the street, all around the square, south of the square, west of the square, and Mike and Tracy have done a great deal for the city, and we're so thankful that they're here in Medina and continue to uplift businesses here and create great spaces for them. We're hoping that Metro gives them a call about space here in the near future so that we can open up a maternity center here in Medina. That's down the road a little bit, but thank you, Tracy, for all you and Mike do.
So at this time, I'd like to turn it over to Shannon to say a few words, and you maybe just talk a little bit about your business and what you do and why you got into doing what you're doing. And
Okay, well, first of all, I'd like to thank everyone for coming out, Mr. Mayor, everyone else from the city, and my family for being here and supporting me. I started this business because I realized that there was some pieces missing for healthcare sometimes. Sometimes people need some help to prevent illness or to manage pain or other symptoms without having to take too much medication, especially with what we've seen with this opiate epidemic and some of the things that have happened. I felt really inspired to try to help people minimize side effects, have a healthier way of life. And I got into this because my mom actually had a big problem with taking too much prescription medication, and she wasn't getting better, she was just getting worse and worse and worse. And so eventually she did get help from somebody who was doing holistic medicine, and that really inspired me to basically decide to try to be that doctor. And so I started grad school in my mid-30s and went through a pretty grueling 4.5-year program and got my master's in traditional Chinese medicine. And so now I'm here and I specialize in pain management, women's health, and my sort of fun thing is doing cosmetic acupuncture, which is acupuncture to sort of reduce wrinkles and lighten and brighten the skin. So that's kind of more my fun thing. But I do deal with a lot of serious things. You know, I deal with infertility on the male and female side. I have patients who are recovering from stroke and we're working to try to get them function back. I have a lot of people who suffer with migraine headaches and a variety of different types of musculoskeletal pain. So that is, you know, what we focus on here, just generally treating people holistically and trying to get people looking and feeling their best all the way around. Is that
No, that's perfect.
That's
a great story.
Thank you.
Why are you looking at me when she said wrinkles?
I was wondering about that. How does that, would you like put needles in their face then?
I do. Very teeny tiny needles, and it stimulates collagen production, so it's kind of, it's like Botox, but with no Botox.
Is it painful?
That's probably the most common question people ask, and generally no. I'm not going to say it's completely 100% without some discomfort, but it's nothing like getting an injection or a blood draw. The needles I use are about 20 times smaller than the typical hypodermic needle, so they're very tiny.
Think of them as antennas.
They're almost wires. They're less like needles and more like little, like tiny sterile wires.
Well, in Medina, we have a program called Healthy Medina, and it's about being more proactive with your health. You know, control your diet and your weight and exercising and stuff like that. So it's nice to hear about some holistic options, especially for those that are maybe struggling with the opioid, because that's definitely a very big issue these days and talked about all the, you know, across the board. And I know even at the state level, I think you guys are working on different technology and things that can help with that. So thank you so much for all that you do to keep us all healthy and looking young. I had no idea that acupuncture can help that, and I'm like rethinking the whole Botox thing.
Okay. 2, 1.
Congratulations. Thank you so much.
And you get to something with